Halftime, Nordo Nelson Field in Minneapolis. I'm Eric Nordquist, John Bisworm here. And the keys to the game here coming into the thing, finding momentum after the 2-1 victory over Dakota Fusion last week. From a winning standpoint, things are good. 1-0 Minneapolis City, 23rd minute goal from Whitney Brown. But when it comes to the finish angle of it, when it comes to being more assertive, playing with more urgency out of the back, midfield passing, connectivity, Justin Oliver is a guy, his name came up quite a bit with the first touch-related issues. There's certainly some things for Van Benskoten and the Crows to clean up into the second 45.
If our key to victory was built off of last week, I think we took a massive step backwards. I thought there were a few things that we were doing great last week that we absolutely have abandoned this week. One of them is our defensive shape. I think our central three were much more connected last week, and this week they seem to be more spread out. It is giving Charlie Adams more time in the middle of the field, but when we turn the ball over, we're absolutely exposed. Also, the finishing thing, we didn't say it for no reason. It's got to get better. There's no way that we can be coming out of this half with only one goal after all of the chances we had.
And the longer that La Crosse stays in this thing, just a 1-0 deficit at this point, the confidence and the hope remains. And so Minneapolis City hoping to add one or two to the score sheet here, put this game to bed, and on an overcast evening here in Minneapolis, come out with 3 points. Now, into the second half, are there any particular changes that, it's not necessarily about wanting to be made, but whether it's personnel, it's, just a shape change of sorts? Is there anything in particular that says, in this second half, I must see this for things to get better and for things to happen?
That's a tough question, Eric. I do believe that
you said you were going to be the bad cop before we got on camera, so I got to ask the tough questions.
The reason why it's a tough question is I would replace quite a few things, actually. But you have to give the guys a little bit of a leash to begin the second half. But I think for Coach Van Benskoten, it's a quick trick. It's a quick pull on the leash.
Yeah.
There's no way that we can continue to not have goals going in with as many chances we're getting. I also think that on our back line, which was fantastic, and by and large the same back line as last week, the balls, when they've had tons of possession, but the balls at their feet, they've been wasting so many passes into the midfield, and
a lot of turnovers.
And the communication into those midfield three, we can't hear it up here, but it looks like it's non-existent.
Player to watch, Martin Brown. Last week it was about Whitney Brown playing at the 9. He gets paid off tonight with the 23rd minute goal. We love that part of it. A week late on that. Tonight it's his brother. And a couple of moments from Martin early on where you can say, okay, he's finding his way back into the mix here with the team. Mm-hmm. At one point I was actually surprised, late stages of the first half, when it was actually Max Stigwart taking that free kick from a dangerous spot versus the left foot of Martin Brown that I was excited to see in that opportunity. Nice shot, actually, attempt by Stigwart to no avail. But what do you think about the player to watch in Martin Brown through the first frame?
I thought Martin did some good things. I think his movement off the ball on the offensive end was excellent. He almost snuck through for a goal kind of in the mid part of the half. But I think that still defensively, I thought he was a little bit disconnected from his other central partners. And what we would see at that point was when La Crosse started to get confidence because they had space moving out of the back line into the midfield. And that's really where you want to try to cut the head off the snake at that point. But, hey, I would have bet the farm that he was taking that free kick. So I don't know what Stigwart slipped in his pocket, but I don't think it's going to happen again.
Big opportunities potentially for Martin Brown and the Crows in the second half. Guys to watch in terms of La Crosse, the play of both Baltide and Rodriguez in the attacking third, causing a bit of problems for a back line that you mentioned, significantly more stout, I think, and confident defensively than even what they were a week ago against Dakota Fusion.
Sure.
Additionally, Ken Hammer down the right side here. You're going to see him on the far side in the second half. Number 9, watch out for him. Nieto, number 11, has been all over the place for Aris here in the first 45. So certainly an exciting second half, maybe closer on the score sheet than a lot of Crows fans would like as my voice cracks because I'm excited about what we're about to see here. Second half just moments away. Minneapolis City with the 1-0 lead here at Nordo Nelson. Big thanks to our sponsors and those that make Minneapolis City operate, live, thrive, and offer you Friday night soccer. Not only is it Palmer's Bar after tonight's match, hopefully the team gets 3 points, go to Palmer's Bar. Summit Brewery, my favorite brewery, of course, Summit, and then Twin Cities Orthopedics. You have Ride with 2 I's. Download the app. And Goya Foods. We love Goya Foods. So thanks to all the great companies that support Crows soccer. Now get to MPLSCitySC.com. Nice little home stretch for the Crows coming up. Find out where they are, what's happening, whether it's a stream, whether it's get here to Edor Nelson, get the merch. Sweet new kits were released a few weeks ago. Apparently they're never going to wear them. They save it like a bottle of Dom for special occasions only, I guess. But I'm excited at some point to see the players wearing them. But get to MPLSCitySC.com. Learn more about your Crows. And with that, as we turn our attention back to the field, the referees making their way towards the center spot. We see members of Minneapolis City slowly eking their way back out on the field. Very much overall excited for a second half.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's get some more goals.
More goals. That's the key.
That's how you win games.
Most definitely. Thanks, John.
All right, thanks, Eric.